happening there, and some people might be in trouble. Some officials might be in trouble there. We'll find out what will go down. Charlie Brennan is going to be in studio with us in the 12 o'clock hour.
Charlie Brennan. He's got a call to action for all of our listeners. So a good old reunion. I told him he can come in as long as he has a funny story.
And donuts.
And donuts.
If he doesn't bring donuts, he's going to have to turn right around and walk back out.
I mean,
Charlie, bring them donuts.
I know which ones he's bringing. Old Town Donuts in Florissant and Cottleville.
Amy, tonight is the second presidential, the GOP primary debate. Yeah. And it pretty much is going to be the same cast, with the exception of Asa Hutchinson, who is not going to be a part of this. We'll see Governor Ron DeSantis, Nikki Haley will be there, Mike Pence, Tim Scott, Vivek Ramaswamy. Doug Burgum is going to be there. Just happy to be there, Doug, and he's happy to be there again. And Chris Christie, of course, will be there. I think the main question is, all of this is going on, and we watched the first debate, and we really parsed and we analyzed who did well. Oh, I don't know about Vivek. He comes off as kind of greasy.
Oh, I know about him. I know about him.
Like Nikki Haley did really well. She had some good answers. She seemed to be the most reasonable on the stage. Chris Christie also reasonable. I don't know about this Mike Pence fella. We're really dissecting the performance of each one of the individuals, but it almost feels like it doesn't matter. Like, I'm not really sure. And that's why we asked the question of the listener. And we want to hear from you. 314-436-7900. You can call or text us, or just drop us a voicemail at 944-1120. If you are a Republican primary voter, or not even a voter, you lean Republican, and you are trying to decide, if you're one of those people who's trying to decide, or you're one of those people who has already made up their mind that you're voting for Donald Trump and that's the end of it, is there anything that any of the folks on stage tonight need to say that you want to hear them say, or that would actually matter to the electorate or to you individually?
Yeah. It's interesting because I look at these GOP primary debates, and I really like Nikki Haley. I really hate Vivek Ramaswamy, at least the way he presents himself. It's just very salesman-y, greasy, grifty, arrogant, glib. I could go on. I don't like it. But I'm watching it thinking, oh man, what Nikki Haley is making some great points. And I can't tell if I am laughing the laugh of the damned, as they say. Have you ever seen it in a movie where there's like maybe a couple and they're in love, but they're going to die? So they're sitting there. They're sitting there. They're sitting there in love, and the world's coming to an end. Explosions are all around them. They're going to die in a few minutes, but they pretend like it's not happening. So they go, hey, like in a few years, we can build a house and we'll have children and we'll live in the mountains. And it's really sad because they're talking about this future that's not going to happen. I think that's kind of how it is watching this debate. I don't think it matters.
It doesn't. It's almost,
I'm like watching it going, look at the point she's making. I'm the dying couple while the world's exploding because those future plans aren't going to happen. And I feel a little bit downtrodden or despairing, because I'm afraid that Donald Trump will be the Republican nominee once again.
The lead is so dramatically large.
Big,
I don't know how he's already an established candidate. And by established, I mean he was the president already. Clearly, he's capable of winning an election. He's already done it. So in that sense, and knowing what the lead is now, this is not like a typical primary where you've got, 5 or 6 or 7 people, and maybe 2 or 3 of them have an equal shot, and it's about which of those 2 or 3 are going to emerge based on the performance of the debate, and then that person ultimately is going to be the nominee. There's this guy who's not even going to be there. He's going to counter program, by the way. He'll be in Michigan delivering a speech tonight with the backdrop of the auto worker strike that's happening right now. So once again, he's counter programming. Last time he did it with an interview that he recorded with Tucker Carlson. And so he's thumbed his nose at this entire process. And even by doing that, it doesn't seem to matter that he's not dropped a single point In fact, he's done nothing but gain ground. The only person who's lost ground in all of this is Ron DeSantis, which is remarkable to me. We've gone over some of the polling where he is. I mean, the drop from July, losing at least 13 points since July, that is a huge amount of support for a guy who was supposed to be the Republican answer for Trump,
Right.
for people who were tired of Trump.
Because
and he is just getting demolished.
he was Trump without all the baggage, without all the indictments, without all of the unconstitutional or questionably criminal action. And yet he is, like they said, how is he going to do in Iowa? How is he at shaking hands and kissing babies? And he's just not likable, and he has no sense of humor about himself. I don't know how to describe it, but there's something like an alien studied all about American politics, knows a lot about politics, knows a lot about government.
He's a smart person.
Yes, but forgot to study.
He's intelligent.
Forgot to study how to act human and normal, because Ron DeSantis always seems somewhat awkward. Now, that's historically how he's been. He's never been the gregarious, likable guy. He's worked very hard. He's very smart. He was good at baseball. He was the captain of the baseball team at Yale, but even his own teammates didn't really like him because he was just so, I don't know, rigid, maybe a little bit self-important in the sense of how he knew, like, I'll be the best one to get this done, which in some ways is admirable, but you have to be able to relate to people. And that's what's so bizarre with Trump. Just like he said, I could stand on Fifth Avenue and shoot someone and people would still vote for me. I still think about this, the it factor, whatever the it factor is. Trump somehow has it. You know, he can
He
joke.
appeals to some people.
Yeah, he appeals the way he jokes, or, like, oh, I call it like it is. For whatever reason, people love that. You mentioned meeting Joel Osteen.
Who is a grifter.
And I would say
But
this, like,
I
and I have strong feelings. I think there's a special place in hell for Joel Osteen. Like, that's how strongly I feel.
You dislike people who make extraordinary amounts of money off of religion.
Well, yes, and who exploit people. A lot of times when people turn to faith, it's because they're broken, or they need help, or they need healing, or they have nothing else. And this guy is telling them, give more than you can give, and God will bless you. Just keep sending me money.
But I will tell you, in his presence, and at the time, I did not know a ton about him. I knew who he was. I knew what he did. I knew what his job was. But meeting him, and it was in a pretty intimate setting. It was his wife, him, one other person, and me, and we were in a small room together. And he was just the way he would shake your hand and hold your hand and look you in the eye and say, I want you to come to my sermon this week. And and I said, I'm going to be out of town. And he was just
thought about it.
It was captive. And in that moment, I was like, I get it. I get why people are taken in by somebody like this.
I wonder if Trump has that, because I have heard from other people that Eric Greitens had it, which is one reason why he made it as far as he did, because obviously smarmy, gross, grifting liar. And yet he had that it factor, that like point and smile. Hey, like somehow people loved him.
There's a real talent in doing that, but making it not look like that.
Yeah.
Because there are some people who are so, they don't hide it well.
Yeah.
It doesn't look natural. It looks really forced. That they're trying to be that, hey, how are you? Hey, I'm like a really bad salesperson.
Or like the guy at the country club who thinks he's all that, like in those movies where he's walking around with his jacket. Hey.
Yeah. But it is. It's very much like a person who's in sales.
Yeah.
And we've all met people like this in our lives who are, they're constantly trying to make the joke or pump you up a little bit. And it's very transparent what they're doing. There's it's an incredible skill that I don't know you can learn it. I think it's just innate where you do that with people and that doesn't look like that's what you're doing. It looks like you're just being real with them.
I don't have the it factor. I don't have it. I don't, like, when I walk. Okay, so my friend Noah, that everybody knows I hike with, she's amazing. She is just like this orb of light and friendliness. Everyone loves her. So she walks into coffee shops and people, oh, it's on the house. Here's your coffee. Here's this. Here's that. I walk into a coffee shop, they charge me double. They're like, "Oh, well, we overcharged you, but there's nothing we can do
It's
about
because
it."
you come in and do the, I don't, is it okay if I, I'm like, oh man, there's something wrong with this
I don't
lady.
know. I don't
very
have
off-putting.
it, but Noah has it, and I think Trump must have it.
He must. For some people, he's captivating, and it again. I don't believe it is. I don't think it's possible to learn it. I think you just have it or you don't.
Yeah.
So again, the debates tonight. It is the second of the primary debates. Is there anything any of these candidates can say to you if you're still trying to figure it out? Or maybe you've already made up your mind and you think you know who you want to vote for. Is there something you want to hear? Is there something you want one of these people to say to you? Or is there anything that you think could actually sway your opinion of anyone and change your vote? 314-436-7900. Also, leave us a voicemail at 314-944-1120. It's Chris and Amy on KMOX.
For everything online, it's Odyssey.com. Download the Odyssey app and listen to The Dave Glover Show and all the news, talk, sports, and podcasts that move you. Odyssey, that's AUDACY.
We all know how important nutrition is to our health, so why don't we do something about it? With Neovitin Men's 50 Plus, you can give your body sensible doses of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants to support your daily health. Formulated for men over 50, Neovitin Men's 50 Plus gives you B vitamins to support energy and our proprietary physician-formulated blend for daily support you won't find anywhere else. Do something about your health today with Neovitin Men's 50 Plus. Available at your local Schnucks and Deerbergs.
Hey, it's Tom Ackerman. It's always great to work with Spring Green, no matter the season. And this fall, aerating and overseeding your lawn is the best time to thicken up the yard. Take care of some of those trouble spots by reaching out to Spring Green, spring-green.com. Top dressing your lawn with compost is the single best thing you can do to your lawn every year. Shrub pruning, cutting back your perennials from the fall, installing a retaining wall can help with curb appeal as well. Spring-green.com.
Join us at Odyssey as we all do our one thing, together millions of things for our planet. September is World Ozone Month, so it's a great month to get rid of all your aerosol sprays. When we each share a one thing, it becomes a million things for our planet. What's your one thing?
Men, if you're struggling with erectile dysfunction or PE, the medical providers at Paramount Men's Medical Center offer breakthrough treatments that eliminate problems in the bedroom without pain or surgery. Listen to a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Paramount Men's Medical Center offers the most advanced treatments to eliminate ED and PE. 98% of men experience instant results on their first office visit. They're even lasting 90 minutes or longer.
Don't just take our word for it. Call Paramount Men's Medical Center now for our limited time offer. Your initial consultation and first treatment are completely free. You'll see instant results right in the office. You'll even get a gift that enhances your performance in the bedroom. All this, worth hundreds of dollars, is free if you call now. 314-720